Well, tip-top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final, where we are back at full strength tonight. New rules. No one I know is allowed to get married, give birth, or die during high school football season because I ain't leaving. Your nuptials or your funeral go on without me.
We did all right without you, but I mean, we like you here. We like you here.
I appreciate that.
We have reached do or die time, though, in all corners of high school football. You know, Keokuk, they're in must-win territory tonight to keep its playoff hopes alive. We've also got bubble teams and would-be conference champions under the gun in Illinois. But most of all, we've got only 3 games that matter in the Missouri high school football season. It is district time, and we start you off with our game of the week when the Clark County Indians are paying a visit to the Palmyra Panthers, and the kids are fired up in Palmyra. However, Palmyra's first possession, they're forced to punt. The errant snap is recovered by Alec Bland, but it's deep in Palmyra territory. That would eventually set up the Bryce Budrew 1-yard touchdown run. Clark County goes up 6-0 very early on in this game. Panthers' next possession, check out the great grab by Blaine White, able to pick up the first down on a critical third down. Take another look at this. Now later on, a Palmyra interception that would be fumbled by Clark County is able to give the drive new life. And Dylan Parrish is able to rumble along and move the chains for the Panthers. This guy just drags defenders with him all night. What a run by this guy. However, the drive would stall, we would tell you that, and then Clark is able to stop them, and then you just give it to Bryce Budrew, and he's able to hit some holes, and he is gone all the way for the score, 13-0, with time winding down in the first half. Clark threatening once again. Palmyra able to save face in this with a great Leighton Wilson interception. Palmyra would only go into the half down 13-0, but the Clark defense is able to stand up tough and shut out Palmyra and get that critical first district win. Indians come away a winner by a final score of 26-0. Congrats, though, to Sean Parrish of Palmyra. He is our qualifier to win a nice tailgate grill and meat bundle from the Butcher Block. We'll give it away at the end of the regular season, so tune in for that. Let's stay, though, in Class 2 District 12, where the Highland Cougars able to take on the Monroe City Panthers. Monroe starts the game with an onside kick. Look at this, and it works brilliantly. Ryan Blankenship with the recovery to give the ball to the Panthers. That would set up a 9-yard touchdown run by Shane Williams. He takes it in, no problem, and Monroe City is on the board before you can blink. More of the Monroe offense. Blake Rogers launches it 30 yards downfield to Josh Berry, who's in for 6 more, and the Panthers are able to pour it on. Highland answers back, though, when J.T. Gray hits Derek Smith to move the chains for the first down. Derek Smith just doesn't go down easily. Chris Sparks able to finish off the drive from 8 yards out with a great exclamation point. Great reach into the end zone. However, 4th and 4 for the Panthers. And what do you need to do? Just give it to Shane Williams. This guy's pretty good. He's on the take right here. Takes it 35 yards in for the score to increase Monroe's lead. The Panthers' Blake Bryce would add to it with one more touchdown run. This all in the first half. And Monroe City cruises past Highland tonight. Your final score there, 48-15. Chris, busy night for Hannibal, though.
Indeed. Class 4 District 13 at Kirksville tonight, where the Hannibal Pirates were going to do some business, courtesy of Logan Hicks. Had a monster night tonight. More on him in just a second. Nice pick up there. That sets up our man Joel Schrum, about to bust in from short yardage, and the touchdown at that point, giving Hannibal the early lead. They're not done yet. A little chicanery here, Joseph. It is Logan Hicks in the flea flicker to the big man, Connor Brown, wide open, rumbling away. Hicks did it all tonight. He ran, he rumbled, he caught. He scored touchdowns in every manner possible, including this one here, part of a 5-touchdown night. 323 yards of total offense for that young man, courtesy of the hookup right there from Dalton Powell. More to come right here as Logan Hicks is going to field a punt even. The guy does it all. He even made the popcorn tonight. Huge night for Hannibal. Huge night for Hicks as the Pirates open up the district in impressive fashion tonight, winning by the final count in this one of 47-0 on the night. How about the District of Doom, Class 2? It is the game everybody was talking about. Undefeated Brookfield, number 10 in the state, against undefeated Centralia, number 3 in the state. Brookfield out early right here, thanks to Dylan Williams hooking up with Andrew Baum, who would play a key role in this game. That would set up this Andrew Baum touchdown run. Baum had a very, very good night. Centralia, though, kept finding ways to answer. Dax Dollins, you know how good he is. Probably going to be your Clarence Cannon Conference Offensive Player of the Year. Hooking up with Jesse Arnold to move the ball deep into Brookfield territory. That sets up Mr. Dollins with the feet. So quick at quarterback. Scampering into the end zone for the score right here. We went back and forth in this game. Andrew Baum gave his team a 23-21 lead in favor of Brookfield late in the game. Centralia, though, they couldn't stop. Nobody could stop Dax Dollins. He scores late, gives Centralia the win, 28-23. Centralia in controlling interest of the district with that victory tonight. Also on the other side of things, you had Taekwon Kelly in a walking cast tonight. No Henry Walker, no problem for Macon, who beats Hallsville 35-0 was your final, although this game was just 7-0 at the half. Joe, South Shelby, let's go to 1A.
What do you think about Sean Bertrand? He had a pretty good night, as we can check out David Haithman, actually. Not too bad right here. Great grab, great run. This is a pass to Wes Mefford, that is. And then Haithman is able to hit Andrew Delaney for the score. Oh, South Shelby pours it on in the early going to Louisiana. They're ready for district play. South Shelby had a bit of a rough go of it last week in a close win over Highland, and they would be fighting. As we're going to stick with these highlights just a little bit more, though, Hadley Roberts brings the big hit for South Shelby. Later on, maybe that's fraternity of pain worthy. You never know. You would think. Louisiana gets on the board, though, when Greg Pitzer hits Gavin Ince for the huge gain and touchdown. What a pass from Louisiana. Louisiana has shown some great strides so far this year. South able to answer, though, in this one. Sean Bertrand with this dive in for 6. Bertrand had a beast of a night. 28 carries, 179 yards, found the end zone 4 times as South Shelby comes away a district winner in their first game of districts by a virtue of a 48-13 final. Elsewhere in Class 1 District 9, it's Paris, armed with the great quarterback Alex Thomas, taken to a win over Van Far, 33-14. Chris, elsewhere.
Let's check in with Knox County and Scotland County, Class 1 District 10. This was kind of fun tonight if you were Scotland County. Not so much for Knox, though Knox trying to start things off and just giving the ball over to Scotland County. You can't do that because Brock Bondurant is too good. The quarterback in right here. I believe that makes it 14-0 at that point in favor of the Scotland County Tigers. More to come from Knox trying to come back in this game. Leighton McCabe right here, he's so quick. This is a 45-yard pickup on down to the 20-yard line, and that would set up a nice touchdown run in just a matter of moments by the youngster Donovan Edwards. He's going to be good for the next couple of years. Good stuff from him right here as he's going to score, trying to get Knox back into this ball game. Nice touchdown. Nice little jump right there to add to it. How about some defense? John Harder trying to make his way into the fraternity of pain. He and Dakota Hagan doing some work right here against Scotland County's offense. Nice stuff right there. Leighton McCabe trying to escape the defense, but you know what? Scotland's defense was too good tonight, put up a lot of points, and Scotland County coming to life. They grabbed controlling interest of that district tonight as well with a big win. Scotland County huge over Knox, 35-6 was your final there. More scores from Missouri. We've got North Shelby losing at last check to Schuyler County on the other side of the district. 41-0 was your score there. More for you as well. I believe we have no score yet in Class 2 District 10 from Mark Twain and Christian. But on the other side of the district, we can tell you that Clopton-Ellsbury buried St. Peter's. 56-13 was your final there. Also in Class 3, Bowling Green had a huge lead on Winfield. Another big night for Tom Lathrop. That is not a final. We will get you a final on the website. Keokuk, win and you're in tonight. Same thing for Mount Pleasant. Battle of 5 and 2 teams in the Gate City tonight. The Chiefs wasted little time in this game trying to establish themselves. Michael Bartles and company on the offensive line doing some work right here. First play from scrimmage ahead of Trevor Roth. Bartles opens a huge hole in the middle, and there goes Trevor Roth. 80 yards of goodness. I tell you what, Joseph, I hope you have your Roth IRA working because this kid was paying off big time tonight in the early going. And the fans were all at Twitter. Hey, that's what they needed right off the bat, just dancing and singing and having a good old time. And they'd have more reason to celebrate on the next possession. Again, Trevor Roth, this time not quite into the end zone. The big man would march his way down to the 2-yard line, and that would set up Bryce Rose, who's going to go in from short yardage again behind Bartles. Easy in for the score. Makes it 13-0. The PAT would fail. And then it's all about the Keokuk defense in this one. Wes Bradley about to come up as Mount Pleasant would threaten with the big sack on first down, throwing that down. And then later, as Mount Pleasant would take a stab into the end zone, maybe the only scoring attempt this team would have all night, it's Darian Sanders with the first of 2 first-half interceptions to snare this away and preserve the Keokuk lead, which it would grow. Courtesy of Gabe Vandenberg. This time he's going to hook up to Kevin Jennings. This is pretty stuff. A 66-yard touchdown strike. Look at that. Kevin Jennings just stealing it away like big brother Michael used to do at Illinois College. Great touchdown there. We're not done yet. How about some defense out of the Chiefs tonight? You call on Derek Rose. He will deliver, this time with the quarterback sack to turn the ball back on over to the Chiefs at this point, and that would set up yet another passing strike. This is a thing of beauty as well. Again, Gabe Vandenberg hooking up with Dan Williams. It was this easy tonight for Keokuk. They built a 41-0 lead in this ballgame, would never look back in this one. That's not a final, but Keokuk looks very good in getting there tonight. Other scores to pass along to you tonight. Centralia, no match for Mediapolis, losing tonight by the final count of 33-7. Joe, let's take it to Illinois.
Oh, Quincy Notre Dame in your Mid-State 6 championship game, pretty much between them and Q&D Richwoods. Q&D and Peoria Richwoods, that is. Connor Obert with the shoelace tackle in the backfield to start the Raider defense off right. Defense would get fired up because Obert does it again for the Raider defense, this time taking down the very tough Kendrick Foster. Points tough to come by, though, for Quincy Notre Dame tonight. Quarterback Evan Roush was able to hit Zach Karsten. Some nice yak right here, yards after catch, not too bad at all. However, things wouldn't work out too well for Q&D as on the next drive for Richwoods, Kendrick Foster. We mentioned him. He dodges tacklers everywhere and just bounces all over the place until he finds the end zone. Look at him still on his feet, just shakes everyone in his path. He is impossible to take down. Actually found the end zone 4 times on the night for Richwoods, and it would not be a great night for Q&D as they fall by a final score of 28-14. Quincy High very much on the bubble with 1 game left to play. They fall to Rock Island, blow a 21-7 lead and lose 22-21. Quincy High going to need a win in the final week of the season in order to try and make the postseason. So stay tuned for the Devils. How about some WIVC action, Chris?
McComb all over Princeton tonight. Actually, we'll move on to the WIVC. Get to scores in a second. West Central, Nick Graham taking on his brother, state-ranked Nate Graham, and the Route Rockets. Route drives down the field on their opening drive. The West Central defense would keep them out of the end zone, and that would set up Luke Nash, who had a monster night tonight for the Cougars. Remember, they are your WIVC South champions. Mr. Nash with 166 yards rushing. Also, Austin Bays over 100 yards. You will see him here in from 6 yards out for the first score of the night. On the next route possession, how about some defense from the Cougars? You're going to see a lot of the Cougars tonight as they are on upset watch. You betcha. How about Corey Barnett jumping in the middle of everything, getting the interception, picking that off, and that would set up this. Jordan Bay is going to hook up with Corey Barnett for the big touchdown strike, and I mean big in this one as Barnett catches it, goes deep. This is 4th and 15, mind you. That touchdown is the difference in the ballgame as West Central pulls off the huge upset tonight. They get the win. Final count in this one was 20-12. Yes, they are, knocking off number 10 Route. Now scores from Illinois for you. We got a bunch of them. Macomb knocks off Princeton 52-13. Your final there. West Hancock at the half was trailing Rockridge 21-0. 3 touchdowns tonight from West Carlock as Beardstown beats BPCA 54-12. We've got Rushville Industry knocking out South Fulton 32-15. West Prairie, no match for Mercer County, 63-0 was your final. Springfield, Jacksonville just can't stop them tonight. Jacksonville in the playoff bubble as well. 56-34 was your final there. In the WIVC, last check, Brown County leading Greenfield 33-18. Unity Payson injury riddled and no match for Carrollton tonight, losing huge. 50-8 is your final there. Triopia sacks Matt Gunterman 8 times tonight to beat Pleasant Hill 39-6. Pleasant Hill very much on the playoff bubble as well. We've got for your perusal state golf today. This guy was the story on the boys' side. Evan McGaffey got off to a cold start, but would heat up with a 330-yard drive here on hole number 4, a par 5. His second shot nearly as good. From 210 yards out, he's going to land that within 15 feet of the cup, and that's going to set up the first of 2 eagle attempts he would have on the day. He was good on both of them. Kind of a strange round. He fired a 78 overall, finished 9th overall on the first day. He is lurking within a couple of strokes. I think 7 strokes of the lead right now, so we'll hope for Evan to do great things tomorrow. Alex Templin had a kind of a back-and-forth day. He's currently in 27th as well. Those were your big scores on the day. On the team side, West Central in dead last on the boys' side, but again, great showing by that young West Central team with Neri, a senior on the roster. Also today, boys' side, tough day in Class AA for Macomb, Ryan Cody, and Quincy Notre Dame's Colin Wilson, both finishing very, very far back after the first day. Much better day on the girls' side. Look at this. Quincy Notre Dame's Jamie Earhart currently in 4th. Sydney Holly of Pittsfield also currently in 12th place. Good showings for them. Quincy Notre Dame as a team in 6th place. We've got some soccer for you tonight. Senior night for Quincy High School, and the Blue Devils would pound out 5 goals at Galesburg's expense and get the win tonight, 5-0 to end the regular season on an up note. Joseph, a couple of soccer scores to pass along on the college level.
Tough night for Quincy University in double overtime. The women fall to Northern Kentucky by a score of 1-0. This a huge game for the GLVC standings. Also equally as tough a night for the men's soccer team as another tough GLVC loss. Northern Kentucky takes down QU by a score of 1-0. Good news, though, for you Cardinal fans out there. Looks like you're a win away from the World Series after being 10 games down back in August. A lot of people didn't believe, but look at them, 1 win away.
There you go. We've got a huge overtime for you coming up tomorrow night at 10:30, but we're back in the chat room in about, 10 minutes. We'll be there talking about all the goings-on tonight. We'll talk all things football with you.